In section 1, we just want to emphasize the difference between the web, or applications that are developed for the web, including the mobile web, and those that are those that are for the cloud, of course. We want to particularly emphasize the differences, and therefore the accompanying mindset when we move from web applications to cloud applications. And so we will look at some of the challenges that the cloud will bring. So one thing to notice is that mobile modern web is particularly in their form as mobile apps are very dynamic, in the sense that they allow users to interact and collaborate, and also users themselves generate content. This content includes comments, it includes discussions, it includes basically their responses. It could be just clicking a button to say I like this and all that stuff. All that is something that you know. For that reason, they also integrate socialization. In other words, we have social networks, and also they include multimedia content. This is the case when we are looking at the traditional web application, which also includes, of course, mobile application. Now, traffic patterns for these web applications are also unpredictable due to events that are also unpredictable. This is possible for e-commerce sites which experience predictable seasonal variations, because certain e-commerce applications are predictable. The traffic to them is predictable, because you might want, for instance, it's easy to tell that jerseys are popular in winter because it's cold and people want to buy jerseys, or tickets for weekend games become in high demand on Friday or towards the end of the week than at the beginning of the week. So such things are predictable. So while we can say that for web applications we have unpredictable events, we also recognize that there are some e-commerce sites where the load is also, the traffic patterns are also quite predictable, right? So, but then it doesn't eliminate the dynamic nature of these applications. Even in the case where we can predict that there is more traffic, it means it has to be dynamic to adjust itself to accommodate these traffic patterns. Now, how do you deal with these challenges? Of course, there is a traditional approach where you simply develop your website and make it available online, and that's a one size fits all. It doesn't matter what the workload is, the application remains the same. So this obviously no longer works in modern applications, because internet accessibility is planet-wide. It's the entire world, and obviously traffic changes depending on the mood of the entire planet. So a traditional approach for one size fits all doesn't work. So for this approach, we need to look at other considerations. We need to look at certain design considerations that work to support modern applications, of course, especially in the context of the cloud. Of course, we will then look at the architectures that can support these considerations, because these considerations coming from the realization that one size fits all, and therefore we need these. Of course, for some of the web applications used service-oriented architecture, model view controller. We need to adapt these methodologies to the cloud applications, especially on the realization that the cloud brings in, or modern applications have got new challenges And so, and the cloud also brings in a new way of thinking. We need to reconsider these options. So in our next topic, we look at some of these considerations.